Welcome to part 5 of the Getting to Know Dual Credit series. My name is Blair, and in this segment we're going to look at SSA registrations as well as other registrations such as Trade Sampler and Skills Exploration. So to begin, I'm going to look at my list of students and target specifically on SSA just to get a sense of how many students I have. And again, just to reiterate from part 4 is just because students have been entered here as SSA does not mean that the ITA can see them. And until you submit them for registration, they cannot see them. Nor do they have unfiltered access to your district view of dual credit. So in this particular case, I'm not sure if they're registered. A good indication is to go into the student details, and I'll notice this student does have an individual ITA number, but that might not tell everything. And in fact, in this case, it's because they've already been registered for an ACIT course. All right, so this student is going for dual credit, which is the entire goal. This particular student has no ITA number, so we know that they're not registered for sure. But the way to check for sure is just to go to the previously registered students, and I'll target SSA and have a look here, and I can see that there are no students available. So for sure these two students have not yet been registered. So unlike ACIT, there is no official intake period. It's a continuous intake. So at any time, if I go under Utilities to register SSA students, you'll see that students that have added to the pool are ready to be registered. So that's how that works. And looks like I have an error here or a warning, and I'm just going to click through. Okay, very familiar one, just doesn't like the fact that there isn't an email address on file. Students get a warm welcome to the world of work and having to actually look at their email once in a while. So there we go. So now fully prepared. As with the ACIT registrations, I can certainly generate youth apprentice forms in advance of registration. So I'll go ahead and select these two students, and I'm going to click I accept. And by doing so, this submits them to the ITA for registration. And what did I click wrong there? I think it's because I had that selected. Let's try that again. There we go. So 2 students successfully submitted for registration. The error process is identical to that of ACIT. You will see a warning on your home page. You can follow that through to students previously registered. You can, of course, at any time look at those that have been completed or incomplete and look for errors and deal with them accordingly. Registration for Trade Sampler and Skills Exploration is identical to SSA. So just very briefly here, I'm just going to add a new student. And there we go. And I'm going to beat them to the punch and actually put, there we go, an email address in. And I'm going to take this student and assign them to a trade sampler. So just like that. And I'm going to take it at Apollo Secondary. And it's going to start as of today and end on November the 30th. And my training provider, yep, looks good. So I've added a student, but I haven't registered the student. So once again, we have places to go to do this. So it's register trade sampler students. The students that you've added will be just sitting there in a pool ready for registration, and you can select them all and submit them for registration. If for some reason the student decided, I'm no longer going to do that and has chosen to back down from the trade sampler, you can simply remove this student from the pool of unregistered students, and then they're off of your list. So that's a brief overview of SSA and other registrations in dual credit, and thank you for your time.